Mr. Johnson, haven't you been all over the place on immigration in the last 5 years? 2013, you described yourself as the most pro-immigration politician in Britain.
I think I said roughly the same just now. But anyway,
in 2016, the referendum, you and your chum Dominic Cummings in the Vote Leave campaign suggested 80 million Turks would come to this country if we stayed in the EU, which was absurd then and is absurd now. Doesn't all of this show you'll say anything just to win an election? In this case, the Conservative leadership.
Well, I didn't say anything about Turkey in the referendum. I didn't say anything about. I didn't. Well, I didn't say anything about Turkey, and I think anybody who's followed my utterances over the last 20 years will know that I'm always been in the camp of those who defends and supports. Since I made no remarks, I can't disown them.
The Vote Leave campaign did.
Well, I didn't make any remarks about Turkey, mate.
You were the leader of the Vote Leave campaign.
Well, you do me too much honour. I was happy to support Leave, and I did. I happen to think that immigration can be a wonderful thing for our country, but as I said time and time again, it's got to be controlled. And people got to have the crucial thing is people got to have a sense of who's running it and who's managing it. And the difficulty with the current situation is that the control doesn't lie with UK politicians; it lies in Brussels. And I remember the absolute outrage of various other ministers around the table in Brussels when I used to go to the council there, and then being told by the EU Commission what numbers of immigrants they had to receive at a qualified majority vote. And that's, I'm pro-immigration, as I say. I'm the beneficiary of immigration. My family descended from immigrants. It's a fantastic thing. But it should be a matter for national discretion, and people should understand who in their country is responsible. So that was the point we were making, and that was why the slogan, which I certainly endorse and continue to support, "Take back control," that was what it was about.